So for anyone listening to think, oh, this is just generic AI, it's not. And here's something I want to talk about. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about my obstacles as well, because they're similar. But here's what I want to talk about. I think what people may not understand, and maybe they're starting to now, because I think more and more people are starting to create custom bots. And so, like, they're either doing like little lead magnet bots or little single bots. And so I think people are starting to experiment with them and go, oh, okay, these are actually kind of like easy to use, right? But I also think what's happening is that of the people, there's a couple of camps. There's the camp of people that's like, no, on AI, right? Like, they're not embracing it. They're like completely against it. Those people are just never going to experience the value of AI, right? Which is fine, because we all have our personal preferences on like what we want to use in our business and what we don't. Where I was going with this is that of the people that are embracing AI and starting to use AI, whether it's ChatGPT or Claude, is they're typing into, AI, help me plan my content for, the month of April, and they get a certain thing, or help me build an offer. I want to build an offer that blah, 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 blah. Help me, build the offer. And of course, ChatGPT and Claude are going to jump right in and help build the offer, right? I have a story about my own self. I wanted to refine one of my offers. I wanted to convert my offer power plan into Offer Mojo sprints. And I got lazy. I knew that I could go to Kate in my Offer Mojo squad and structure that offer like in about an hour, right? But I got lazy and I went into generic ChatGPT or Claude. I don't remember which one. And I just said, I want to refine my offer power plan. I wanted to blah, 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 right? And of course it spit out, information. And I started reading this and I'm like, this is crap. Like, this is not even good. Like, why am I even like going into generic AI when I have built frameworks to structure offers in my own like custom AI? So I went in then to Kate and I refined the offer and it turned out 1,000 times better. I also had a client who purchased the Offer Mojo squad. She had outlined her offer and purchased the squad, ran through Kate. She's like, oh my God, the offer I created with Kate was 1,000 times better. Like, I just kept getting like Instagram messages, like over and over, like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Like, oh my God, Kate's making me charge more. I'm feeling nervous. Like, it was fun to like watch her experience. But what I want to say is, I think a lot of people are, putting things into AI. And yes, AI is going to get better and better and better and better, right? But the input that we put in to AI obviously affects the output.
That's right.
Which is why when there's custom tools that's built on an expert's frameworks, the output that you're going to get is far better than what you would get if you just type into the offer, help me build my brand. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that's one of the things too that we are up against is people typing into AI. Maybe they've gotten as far as like learning how to prompt AI. They get information back. They feel full. We only know what we know. And so we don't know if the output we're getting is really good or not.
Well, I think it's building this awareness that good AI tools are programmed based on a system, a process, intellectual property, or a framework that person, that expert who built it, has proven. It's through years of experience and expertise of testing, right? So it's like buyer beware. You know, when you are purchasing an AI tool, you want to make sure that the person who created it is telling you that this is based on their framework, something proven that they've done time and time again, rinse and repeat, that they have, you know, defined the right steps, and they can then put it into a context for the AI bot to follow. It is not just pulling stuff from wherever and giving you an answer that sometimes goes overboard or is too generic. It is something that has parameters and context and specificity and is focused. And that's the difference. That's the value that we are trying to educate our audience of. And I think I'm finding that people are getting it a little bit more because they have enough experience with generic prompting that is not producing what they want, and that frustration and the time suck that it produces. And then when they do try one of your bots or one of mine, they see immediately how much more powerful the outcome is, because the questions that are asked are different, and it's collaborative. It's not one-sided. And so that's the other thing I think people don't understand. These AI bots are programmed with real instructions. There are specific questions that we are telling the bot to ask so that the output that we've designed has the true value of what we want to give the user.
It's kind of like, you know, having a brand strategist or an offer strategist in your back pocket that you're interacting with.